hobbies you need to try to get out of your lazy girl phase and become that girl in 2025. Because we are done scrolling and now putting our efforts into something more. So here's a list of some awesome hobbies you need to try right now. There are so many hobbies you can try, everything from crafting to sports to art, baking. The possibilities are endless. Hobbies are going to make you feel amazing and productive. It's really going to impact your whole life. Here is a list of just all the hobbies I could come up with at the top of my head. Most of these I've tried myself, some of them I have not, but I hope you enjoy this list. First hobby you should try is making homemade jewelry. Homemade jewelry is so much fun to make. I love to make homemade jewelry because looking for the perfect statement piece or just simple, elegant jewelry is so much easier when you just make it yourself exactly how you want it. The second hobby is one that I haven't got to yet, but really hope to, and it's running. I've always wanted to be into running because it just makes you feel so much better during the day. The next hobby is baking. Baking is so fun. I love to bake. It's so fun to make your own croissants and bread, especially bread. Bread is so much fun to make when you just made it yourself. Ballet is another fun hobby that I love to do. It's so fun. I did ballet for 10 years of my life and people are always complimenting me on how good my posture is. Reading novels is a great hobby and it really expands your vocabulary and literature. Scrapbooking is a fun hobby and it's a really great one if you're short on time because scrapbooking can be done through Shutterfly or Canva and you could just do it whenever you have the time on the computer. You can also just have all the stuff and photos and get them printed out and do it that way too. Painting is such a fun hobby to do, a classic hobby. Crocheting and knitting, those are also very fun hobbies. I know you're gonna think little old lady knitting. Crocheting is so fun, it's so easy to learn. There's tons of YouTube tutorials out there. I'll probably make one as well. Sewing is another great hobby. I have had a recent obsession with sewing. It is so amazing when you want a new shirt or something and you can just go downstairs to your sewing machine and just sew it. I love to make my own clothes. All my clothes fit so well now. It's really exciting when you just did it yourself and you're like, yeah, I made that. Definitely recommend getting into that hobby. Pencil sketching is another fun hobby that's really easy to get into and requires a lot of very minimal equipment. Watercolor painting. This one might fall under the hobbies, but I don't really think so. Watercolor painting is so just satisfying and it's just so calming. Candle making. This one takes a little bit more equipment, but it's also got the possibility to turn into a business after or whatnot. Pretty easy hobby to do. Making homemade skincare and makeup. I've definitely done this. It's really fun to make your own skincare and makeup. There's tons of recipes out there and you could just make it yourself. You can know what ingredients are in it. Sports in general, I would say tennis specifically is a fun one. That would be a great hobby. I haven't gotten into it myself, but it sounds really fun. Digital drawing is a fun hobby to get into. You can use lots of apps just like Procreate, and different kinds of drawing apps are really fun to learn graphic design. Cake decorating, this one might fall under baking, but I don't really think so. Cake decorating is a very difficult skill, but very fun to learn. Crafting in general, just fun DIYs. They're just a lot of fun to do. There's tons of different ones on YouTube. Okay, this one's kind of random, but I enjoy doing it. Bow staff spinning. So it's like dragon staff. It's so fun. I love staff spinning. So yes, that's another hobby that you can try. Yoga or Pilates are both very fun hobbies. I've always wanted to get into them, but I'm not disciplined enough. So hopefully you can be. So that's all the hobbies I could think of, but if you have any more, put them down in the comments below. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button. Have a great rest of your day, and hopefully you try some of these out. Bye!